Okay, let's get started with the look. With this look, we're going to use the Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to tell you two different ones you can use, because basically when I looked at them, doing a side-by-side comparison, they're basically the same palette, except for one is bigger and offers a few more colors. If you recall, if you're familiar with Wet n Wild, during the Christmas season this past year, they had a holiday collection. And this one came from that. It was a limited edition series, if you want to call it, or a limited edition whatever. And it was called the Plum Fairy palette. And actually I've done a tutorial on this before, with this, using this palette, and I might use some other colors in it, but it was actually called the Wet n Wild Plum Fairy look. But you can use this one to create this look pretty much. Or you can use the more recent, oops, dropped it. Or you can use the more recent Petal Pusher. And I'm going to go in with this color here in the crease area. Just go ahead and get that area laid down. And blend it out like so. And next I'm going to use the white eyeshadow base from NYX. And this is really good for when you're, you know, especially if you're like applying a really light color. And some primers will do the same thing too, but specifically an eyeshadow base that's like, you know, like this one, which is white. The colors go down a lot better and they look true to what they look like in the pan. And all I'm going to do is just take a brush here to kind of dab the color on first, but then I'm going to take my finger and do the rest of the work. Because I don't want it to be thick. I mean, you still want to be able to see the white, but you want a thin application of it. The second color I'm going to go in with is the color here. And again, this is from the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette. It's actually one of the eyelid colors on the Petal Pusher palette, this one here. And again, it is also in the Plum Fairy palette. If you don't have this one, and you have the Plum Fairy palette, so. Okay, I'm going to use my large crease brush here, or dome brush, whatever, and apply it on like so. I go ahead and apply it to the entire lid, because even though I'm going to lay down another color over this, it just makes it easier to blend for me to do that. So okay, the next color I'm going to use is not a Wet n Wild color. It's actually a NYX color, and it must be a new color because I just seen this recently when I went to Ulta. Because I got it, and I got it pink that same day. That's really pretty. But at any rate, this is one of the Ultimate Pearl eyeshadows. And the color is Purple Pearl. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Let me open it. And as you can see, it already has flecks of glitter in it. Is that not gorgeous? Ah, let me pull it back a little bit so you can see it even better. But I love this color here. It's beautiful. And if you looked at Kelly's makeup in the video really closely, you'll notice that she does actually have some glitter on her eyes. And then I am going to go back in with the other color that I applied before, the very first color, actually the crease color. And again, you know, whenever you're blending your colors, just, you know, take your time. Do it when you have plenty of time, first of all. But just take your time and kind of blend it and tweak it until you get what you want to see, because it does take time to create these looks. Okay, once you've gotten the eyeshadow itself to the intensity that you want it, and, you know, make sure everything's blended out well. And I still have a little bit of the eyeshadow base on my blush, so what I did on this eye, I kind of dabbed it into the glitter and kind of just dabbed it on my eye like so. And the glitter that I'm using is the NYX Glitter Mania, this one here. The color is Purple Glitter. Who would have thought? But anyway, yeah, I just dab it in a little bit, not really heavy, because it's not, I mean, you can tell there's definitely glitter in the video on her eyes, but it's not like really heavy. Use it as conservatively as possible, but enough to where you can tell that there is glitter there, because there is glitter in the look in the video. So I'm going to add some liner and lashes, and we'll move on to the next step. Now that the top half of the eyes are done, we're going to go back and line the bottom half of the eyes before we complete the look. But now we're going to go in and do the face. The color that I'm going to use to highlight is going to be NARS's Albatross. On if you followed me on my website, DivineDivaBeauty.com, it's a color that I use quite a bit. I've done a review on it on my site, but this is what it looks like in the compact here. Get a closer look there. And as you see, it is kind of it's a gold white color, but it really goes on more gold once you place it on your skin, and it's just beautiful. Let me show you what this stuff does. And I'm going to just use a wedge sponge here to apply it. So I'm going to apply it along the bridge of my nose. Just give it kind of a nice glow there. Wonder what kind of glow is she talking about. Yeah, I'm kidding. But this is one of Makeup Forever's high definition blushes right here. Get it closer. It's a little messy on the outside, and I'll tell you why. It's because when you pump this, a lot of this stuff comes out at a time. So if you ever buy one of these, be wary of that. I mean, kind of like be very careful about how you pump this, because if you're not careful, a lot of it can come out at a time. That's why I have all this stuff all over it. You clean it again, but yeah, I mean, very pigmented. But you just want to take a little dab of it like so, and I just squeeze it on the tip of my finger. And I'm just kind of dotting it right now. I'm just going to take my sponge here. And this sponge has a little bit of the powder that I used to set in the foundation. So it's going to kind of, as I'm blending it in, tone down the excess pigmentation of the blush. In case, you know, it's going to neutralize it on some level or balance it out. And I don't want to go in really strong with this particular color, because I'm going to go in with the stronger shade of blush over it. So that's why I wanted to kind of use this mainly to kind of just set the tone and kind of sculpt the cheeks some before I actually go in with the color that I really want to use. But the one that I'm going to use tonight is called Purple Passion. This is what the color looks like. Right there. And this is actually a blush. Again, it's by La Femme. I got it from makeupmania.com. It's giving my cheeks a very subtle purple cast here. And I'm really actually trying to apply it more intensely so you can see it, but I don't know if it's going to get lost in translation or what. But at any rate, we'll keep it moving. And on the lips, I'm just going to use a Cabernet by Jordana right here. And mind you, this look is not, I mean, her lips, the lips that I'm doing aren't going to be like a dead-on match to the color that she had in the video. Matte Missy Plum, and again, this is one of those limited edition ones that, you know, it's been around forever. I don't know if it's still in circulation or not, but again, this is Max Missy Plum, and this is what the color looks like right here. This color is by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and the color is called Plum. And there's other colors that are probably more that are a closer match to the shade used in the video than this one, I bet. But this is just the one I happen to have, so I'm just kind of custom blending a color here to match. It's either Hoochie or Demure by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. That's maybe a closer color match than what I'm doing right now. So I'm just throwing that out there too. So, you know, again, staying true to the look or offering you some possibly better alternatives. I'm just using what I have tonight. So, at any rate, I mean, if you see what I'm doing here, if you caught that, I applied it to my lower lip first and just like squeeze my lips together. So, but I am going to go back in with the Misty Plum. And go over it like so. And also, to stay true to the video, there was glitter in her lips also. The same color that I used on my eyes to fill those, I'm going to use on my lips also to stay true to the look. If you want to make it more wearable, you can by all means omit that step and don't do it. But, you know, again, this is just a tutorial just for the fun of it and everything, and to stay true to the look as much as I can. I am going to include the glitter. And again, it's a purple glitter from NYX, the Glitter Mania. And it's not going to take much, just enough, like I said again, just enough to know that it's there. So, and it should be easier to stick to the lips than it would the eyes, simply because the lips are, you know, the consistency of the lipstick and lip glosses we've applied here. So, I'm going to go back in and fine tweak a few things and make sure everything's together. And I'm going to come back with the finished look. Hey everyone, Sarita with the finished look. I got my ring. See my little accessories and whatnot. Yeah, this is the finished look basically. It was fun. Had fun doing it. Girl, ooh, y'all, I looked at that video 11 times trying to figure out the eye makeup on this video though. I kid you not. Because like I said, the way the makeup looked in the video, it's really hard to tell how her eyes actually were. The only thing you can tell for sure, the eyes were purple and they had glitter on them. And the lips, of course, had glitter on them too. So, but you know, you could tell enough about the look to tell, oh yeah, that's hot, that's cute. So, but it was hard to tell how the eyes actually were. So I kind of had to like just kind of wing it on the eyes really. But check the earrings. Yeah, and also I love her earrings in the video, but of course I don't have earrings like that. So I just like, you know, I threw some purple in there. So some little angel wings there. Oh girl, I love accessories. But at any rate, yeah, that's the look. And like I said, it's not a dead ringer, it's just an interpretation. Keep on reminding, interpretation, interpretation, interpretation. But you know, I think it's a good interpretation. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. I'm like, at first I wasn't even gonna put the glitter on the lips. I was like, I ain't doing that. For the first time earlier this week. And this song has been out for a few, I guess probably a few months now. But yeah, I just watched the video for the first time this week. I guess what triggered me to watch the video actually was when I saw her perform it on the BET Music Awards with Trey Songz. Like, I love this look in the video, but the video itself, it's like, oh Lord. It's like, to me, okay, and I'm just being real, it looks like people are having, it looks like a large orgy with people's clothes on in the video. So, you know, if you haven't seen it and you don't care for that type of thing, that's what it is, babe. That's what it looks like to me. People are just one big orgy with people's clothes on. But at any rate, I love this look. You know, like I said, anything purple just pops out to me. It's like, purple, purple, purple. So I had to do this look, you know. So, yeah, I love purple. And that's the reason I did it, because I love purple. I hope y'all enjoyed the look. I hope you want to try it. I hope you're motivated to try it. But at any rate, y'all have a beautiful night. Good night. I love you. God bless. Peace.